Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the house Bill Yeoman and Andre Ware built, home to the Houston Cougars, where the fans are ready for a liftoff. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a team looking to get into the win column, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Houston ready to put it deep and get this game going. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Broncos offense will get the first possession of the game. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
And the quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter, but over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They go to the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Stopping the run is very... coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Makes the grab on the left. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He'll run it again. The Broncos get enough for the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. He leaves it with his back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Broncos! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Number 87.
A great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Houston's offense will take the field for the first time. And these two electrifying runners can put on a show, guys.
Well, we always talk about the importance of tackling on defense, never more so than a game like this. When you've got two studs in the backfield that can make people look silly, you better bring hats to the football.
Yeah, and you think there'll be a lot of carries today? When you got running backs like this that you can feature, you're going to see them get the football a lot, early and often.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Grab near the marker. It's Sanford. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down distances, third downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. At the 40, there he goes. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Singleton. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Fires on the move. Picked off.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage called, and they get the INT.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Right down the middle. And the pass hits, picked off. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Houston. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Boise State ready to send out that offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Now sliding to his left. He'll pull it down. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds. And the Broncos have this offense rolling. Leaves it with the running back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses.
And he intercepts it. Going the other way, and he's got room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Cougars. Great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play.
He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. We make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Broncos will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner goes down. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looking to move it through the air. It's incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field now. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between the QB and the wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Gets it out quickly. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
He's got it, and they convert. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Run and bust for a long one. Now, third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. The Broncos want to move quickly.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to you.
Looking for room, it's Gaines. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. A lot of urgency for this offense. Might as well give it to him again.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Got it in the middle. It's Terry. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Can the defense quarterback sneak for the touchdown?
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. San Diego State is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 14 to Florida. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on second down from the 18. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll run it. They bring him down. A yard on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. To the ground with the back. Nice move to keep running. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. Referee signals timeout. It's the deep. To make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking for a block. It's Anderson. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Boise State ready to send out that offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team.
And the quarterback is snowed under. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And That one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum.
He's taking the shot. Makes the grab at the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's what... Play.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Inside 30 seconds to play here in the second quarter. They got it 1st and 10. Sweet feet on the move. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Feeling some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to.
Looking deep down the right side. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. The Broncos will kick it off to start the second half.
28, Boise State, 14.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments and pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Boise State. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Here's the handoff. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. You got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Pulls it in. It's Williams. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And they got him for the sack.
And come on now, O-line, you got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive, knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Fires on the move. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Singleton. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. First and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intention.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
In that second down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. So you saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
Trying to get to it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And I think you've seen 2 plays back-to-back now with poor pass protection in front. Guys have to do a better job. You've got a golden chance here to put a touchdown on the board. In 2 consecutive plays, they can't protect the QB.
He got it. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Penn State has the lead right now inside Beaver Stadium, but Happy Valley is a tense place right now. This is a tight game. They're up by 11 over Baylor. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Brings up second down.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The back goes in motion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Gaines.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Finds his target down the middle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the 1st down. He'll sneak it. And the Broncos have their offense in high gear. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field. But the run game has not been the problem today.
Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
On the run, still looking. He'll try to do it himself. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a 1st down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos! They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. But this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
The RPO, it's complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Gives it to the back on the draw. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Singleton. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. From the gun, the running back has it.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They'll run the screen. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Right down the boulevard, it's good. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. Fights off a defender. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Out of bounds at the 49-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gaines. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was... running back in the short passing game gives him a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the single running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Wide out in motion. 3rd down play from the gun. They're trying to get to him. He's going to take off. On the move is the 30. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, 1 possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And he has a solid gain before the defense bobbles him up. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to run for it. And the Broncos pick up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Pickup of 2. 2nd down coming up.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got it on the run. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. And now, 4th quarter, 4-down territory almost certainly as they get ready to try to grab the lead. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. He'll go to the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Man, how about the execution by this offense? Taking almost all of the clock, tying this football game, and now get that kicker loose. No pressure at all. Go kick that thing through the uprights, and you get the big W.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. They make the stop. The coverage team up to the challenge as they put a stop to the return and an end to the game. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time.